Hello and welcome to week 5 of Planksgiving, our final week. So this week, hopefully by now you've gotten a little bit used to everything. You're feeling stronger. So we're going to challenge your ability to stabilize our rectangle to that core basically. Today I'm going to demonstrate most of my stuff on the wall because my knee's bothering me more. I don't like being down on the platform. Again, go through your options. All right, so which option do you want? Again, pick one that's a little different than what you normally do. Challenge yourself. See how you can make it harder, make it easier within that option. Again, what works for you? Okay, so first one we're going to do is we're going to start in a front plank position. And you're going to have hands and feet out. So you can choose to use a ball if you want to for this one. So we're going to start off with movement of the hands. But you don't necessarily need to. I think on the wall, actually having a free hand is better. If you are more against gravity from that all fours to the full plank position, I do think the ball would be a little bit better. All right, so decide where you want your feet to start. Again, wider creates more stability, in creates more challenge. Again, if you want a little bit more and you're up against the wall, even lift your heels a little bit so you're challenging those calves forward. All right, so you're establishing this position, shoulder blades back, elbows pointing behind you. On the wall, they're pointing down. And I want you to go back into that breath before we start motion. So feel the inhale and then feel the exhale. As you exhale, that lower abdominal area drawing in, and then you're feeling those bottom ribs drop down. Again, that's how your core is connecting. It's about 10%. That's your full-on clench. Again, you want to keep the shoulder blades still. You want to keep that spine long. All right, so stabilize. And then you're going to take one hand, you're using the ball, use the ball. And I want you to move that hand in various directions. So you are challenging your ability, maybe even comes off and back down to hold this position, okay? So challenging that ability. So you can see on the ground, the ball gives you a little bit more dynamic work. Stabilize a little bit more, make sure this stabilizing arm is good. Okay, so maybe you want to do some fun things off the wall, off the ball, off the ground. Again, you don't use the ball, don't. All right, so you're getting the hang of just motion. Again, we want to get motion in those joints, right? All right, then going over to the other side. Same thing, so take a break as you need. Again, maybe you're doing your favorite T's, W's, Y's, and L's. While you're holding steady, you're working on the endurance for the core. All right. Have fun with it. Just move that arm, challenge your stability. And again, can you make it more challenging by narrowing the feet? Maybe you go up on one foot only. And then we do the other arm, you switch. Okay, so take your time. Again, pause the recording. And go back, play with it a little bit. And we are also going to do lower body stability. So take a break from the wrist if you need to, change your hand position if you need to, drop the elbows if you need to. So same thing, you're going to just slide that foot out and about. So the goal here, again, longer limb, it weighs more. The body tendency is more to sway. I call my shadow sway. So you're really, the goal here is flow, so you are in control and the pelvis stays still, okay? So maybe even bringing that knee out and up, maybe just bringing it up. Are you keeping that low back still? Lift the leg, play with it. Again, watch for swaying. I'm swaying a little bit because I'm talking now. I have one hand down. So if that's easy, go ahead and do what I just did. Take one hand down, stabilize. So maybe both arm and leg are moving and challenging that balance. Again, if that seems easy, add instability under your standing leg, maybe an Eric's pad, cushion of some sort, Dinah did. What do you have? A couch cushion, again, using what you have available. All right, and then to the other leg when you're ready. Okay, and again, you know, you can stop the video, keep going with it. I'm probably not balanced time-wise on both sides, so you get to do that. Again, where is your challenge here? Okay. All right. So that is our first one. Second one that we're going to do. Again, I'm going to be up on the wall. So this is a side plank variation. So go ahead and get into your position. Think about your setup. Where is your hand in relationship to the shoulder? bottom rib is lifted, you're pulling that hand down, elbow toward the hip, regardless of your body position. Again, you can be on the knee, you can be on the foot, what feels better for you. All right, so from here, I'll give my leg lift, we do this, no, okay. So I'm gonna go to my couch, and I'm gonna do it from this position. Okay, so press down with that bottom leg, either from the knee or from the foot. But you're feeling and engaging the hips to make sure that the hips are stacked, the shoulders are stacked, and then you're going to exhale and lift into 5-point star, and then you're slowly going to float most of the way back down. Exhale, lift. So where does your head need to go to be tension free? Make sure as you're lifting this leg, keep going, the knee and toe are pointing forward. Make sure the hips stay stacked. So again, core is nice and strong. You're pressing down with that bottom hip. You're pulling in with that elbow. So you're getting that lat engaged, your stability. All right, same thing if you're doing it here. So you're still challenging, you're not against as much. You're not against gravity as much. Again, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. If you need to lower and tap down, you're fine. If you just want to go and keep everything lifted and challenge your ability to stay lifted, please do so. All right, you ready for the other side? Let's see if I do it on the wall this time. All right, get your setup, shoulders, hip, core, elbow pulls in, regardless of your position. And then leg presses in, down. So the hips are going to lift. And then you have your 5-point star. So exhale, lift. Inhale, release. So I do encourage you, if you're on the wall, get far enough away if you feel like you have to really challenge and stabilize. And in order to do this, that you feel this bottom hip kicking in to do the work. So exhale. Inhale here. So feel your hips steady. Feel the shoulders steady. And again, mind the breath. The breath is getting short. Make your range of motion smaller. What can you do and stay in control of the breath? Okay. All right. Number 3 is our rear plank. So I'm actually going to do it from a tricep dip position because it's all about this, right? But you can do it from this all fours. So my knee is like, no, we don't want to do that variation from all fours. So hands are actually going to go sideways if you're on this dip position. You'll see why here in a minute. Shoulder blades are back, abs are in, and then lift up into plank. Okay, so again, this is one of your options anyway, right? All right, for the level. So you pick your level, go onto those elbows if you need. So you're going to exhale, lift up your right foot, lift up your left arm. So if you want to stay here, that's fine. Otherwise, you're going to tuck under and you're going to reach and twist. And then you're slowly going to demonstrate or bring it back to here and then down. That was a lot, right? All right. So again, if you need to, you can do just the arm and the leg. You don't have to do the twist, but that is the fun part. So as you're doing this twist through, if you need to do the toe down and then get the arm going, again, that's fine. You work into this, right? I can do this on one side right now. I can't do it on the other side. So please go through this a few times. Make sure you're really set in the core. Abs are engaged. Even if you're propped up on your elbows, same thing, one side lift. Core has to stay engaged. Think about how you're grounding this foot. So as you're doing that rotation, that foot can actually rotate a little bit. Don't lock it solid. That can create torque on the knees. And then try the other side. One side is going to be easier than the other. Guarantee you. See, I can't even do one side right now. But it's okay. All right, so that is it for day 1. We got 2 more days coming up, and I will see you again soon.